Hello, so we're here with...
I'm Gil Bradshaw.
Hello, Gil. Where do you come from, Gil?
I live in Costa Mesa, California.
Very well, Gil. And what surgery did you get?
I got the gastric sleeve and also had a band removal.
Okay. Very well. So tell us, Gil, how was everything? How was your experience here?
It was good. It was good. I've lived in Venezuela and Guatemala and Colombia and Mexico too, and so I'm pretty comfortable with Latin America. It's interesting. And I just went through my dad, putting him in rest home after rest home, and I would say that these facilities are pretty similar to like a rest home in the United States, I would say. And you get nervous thinking about it's Latin America and things like that, and they have different standards for doctors. Well, I mean, Dr. Michelle has a lot of the certifications that you want to see, a surgeon having. There's a lot of international standard certifications, and a lot of the ones that the doctors in the United States have too. So my doctor in New York, who put the band in me, his name is George Fielding, and he had a lot of the same international recognitions that Dr. Michelle did. But I personally knew 5 or 6 people that had done it with Dr. Michelle successfully, and so that sort of made me feel comfortable, coming out here and things like that. I also speak Spanish, and so that was, really great. But everyone spoke English pretty much, so it wasn't that big of an issue. But yeah, it was great. It was a good experience, and I think that the healthcare system in the United States is so hard to get insurance, that approval for things, that I think it makes a lot of sense to come to Mexico.
Okay, very well. And finally, would you recommend us to somebody else?
I mean, so far this is the day of my surgery, so if anything wrong happened, I wouldn't know yet. But so far it seems like, I would recommend it to other people.
Okay, well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Gil. Have a nice trip back home.
All right.
Hello, we're here with...
Vicki Tyler,
Hello, Vicki. Where do you come from?
Cedar City, Utah.
Okay, Vicki. So, what did you have done here?
I had a gastric sleeve.
And how was it? How was your experience here?
So far it's been really good. So far I feel pretty normal, ready to go back and start trying the diet.
Very well. And how was the service provided to you?
The service was really good. It seemed like just an American hospital. Normal for what I'm used to.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Vicki. And what would you say to people that wanted to get the sleeve?
I would say that give me 10 months and I'll tell them what it's like.
Okay,
I'm not
very
really
well.
sure yet. Still trying to figure it all out.
Okay, very well. And how was the hospital? Good?
The hospital was good. The care was really good. I love the people. I love the Lene that came with me from America to be able to explain what was going on and what was being said. That was super helpful.
Okay, thank you. And finally, would you recommend Obesitynot4me?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning. Hello. So we're here with
Laura Arevalo,
Okay, Laura. So where do you come from, Laura?
Sacramento, California.
Okay, Laura. So Laura, I think that you took a flight over here, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. How was the trip? How did we receive you coming from Sacramento to Tijuana?
It went great. I got picked up at the San Diego airport and driven here. It was a 30-minute drive, really nice. Yeah, went really well.
Okay, very well. And how did you feel when you arrived to the hospital?
Nervous, of course, kind of checking things out in a different area, but people made me feel really comfortable.
Okay, Laura. And how were the first 24 hours after your surgery, and which surgery did you get?
So I did the sleeve, the gastric sleeve, and people were very supportive. As soon as I woke up, it got me moving around, made sure I knew what I needed to do, and that good stuff.
Okay, very well. And how do you feel today on the day of your discharge?
Surprisingly well. I mean, other than the tape on my arm, it almost feels like nothing happened. It feels very natural. I have a lot of energy. Really good.
Oh, okay, thank you. And finally, would you recommend Obesitynot4me to other patients?
Absolutely. I feel like everybody was very helpful and explained things, repeated things, made sure that I knew what to expect, what to do. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience. And you're returning home on Monday, aren't you?
Sunday evening. Yes,
Sunday?
Monday morning.
Monday. Yeah. Okay. Well, so I hope you have a nice trip and thank you for trusting us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Bye.